And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Old World as Kush. This is the fourth part of the second stream. We're going to be recovering from the war that just ended on the previous part. Assyria attacked us, and we fought Assyria all the way back to one of their cities before negotiating a ceasefire. Um, we were definitely going to be starting to roll into a direction I think that was going to be bad if we let that continue, which is why we accept the peace on those terms. We're going to pull back. We're going to upgrade all our infantry, because all the infantry at this point have an upgrade. We're going to recover. There's a decent possibility with how bloody that war is that they may be in a state where we're just going to decline right back to war. We shall see. But let's end the season. Our units will fall back to their own territory, recover. We'll start dispersing back to the training facilities. To train up during the proverbial interwar years, because there's a decent possibility that it will be Assyria again if we end up at war. Unpaid debts. Come to your attention that a family has accepted loans from the Askamites to fund projects. Now, the Askamites are demanding repayment of the debt. The court erupts in great debate over what to do, where to find the money. I just have enough money, so we can do that. Or I can go for coin debasement, or I can refuse to give Askamites any support. Monetary reform is the no unhappiness from hurrying, so I'd like to go monetary reform anyway, so make them like that. This probably makes sense. Pay off the loans from the royal coffers. The old archers, the old slingers. Unique archer, the Medjay archer is our faction unique. Combat 2, guard, amphibious, we'll combat 2. Go ahead and spend 20 to promote you. Engineers, tempting. Then I could be running around building roads. Sure, we'll go with that. Swift or herbalist? I'm gonna go swift here. War elephant. I believe you be considered melee, so we'll leave you there to train. Medjay archer. I can pull you farther south so you can get to one of the archery ranges, say down here. Oh, actually, you won't run there because you're wrong family. Pull you back to the moment. You know, I'll actually leave it in place. That's... Ask. Yeah, so that's the neighbors. I own the tile, but it's not mine. Not my unit there. My territory is so well beloved that people come to visit from the neighboring territories. Yeah, I think I'm pretty done with exploring. Probably just pull you back into our own territory. I don't have Spy Master yet. That's the one I'm missing. Comes from Portcullis. Yep, things are going relatively well. Law-wise, I would like to get down to monetary reform. All that means I need to run out to fiscal policy. I suppose I should put that in the Tech B line. There's fiscal policy. So those are the three techs I'm kind of interested in. Yeah, I suppose after Infantry Square, it's the top of the tree, right? It's all the stuff up top. Coinage, sales, jurisprudence, martial code, stirrups, portcullis, engineer, or barding, and fiscal policy. Barding's quest, fiscal policy is so I can get monetary reform, so we can use orders and stuff to rapidly move through projects. If I was in a rush, I could force march the guys home, but we're not that much of a rush. We've completed Al Kazan. Add silk, porcelain, exotic furs, ebony, and perfume. And creates a caravan every 5 seasons. Merchant Town. Sure. Shade of the Valley, close to Mero. A mortuary tomb has been carved of the vivid red sandstone. El Kazan. Each room within is carved with mythological figures, while the elaborate facade captures the attention of every visitor. Even the urns are carved from the gentle stone, already leading to rumors that fabulous treasure resides within. Such a burial site will ensure that your name is recorded in the annals of history. People will flock to marvel at the skill and riches of your dynasty. Educated, pious, or humble. Sure. Kush's ambition. As the nation flourishes, the control of 7 wonders appears within reach. There is debate and soul-searching about our true national ambition. The dreams of Kush, even beyond your own reign, hang in the balance. We shall seize the momentum towards control of 7 wonders. We shall control 5 legendary cities, or achieve peace with all tribes and nations. It is my will, and I shall shape the national ambition. Peace might be a stretch because, someone is just a little grumpy. Someone's just a little grumpy. 7 Wonders is not that hard. The problem with 7 Wonders is I'm going to need to get a city to Legendary so I can build Wonders. Because the remaining Wonders are Legendary Wonders. Of course, that's going to happen eventually. And then I can probably build Wonders pretty quickly. So yeah, we're going to go for 7 Wonders. 7 Wonders of the Ancient World. Anyway, we got Circus Maximus, the Pantheon, the Hagia Sophia, and the Viva Vecta Souk as our options. All are probably within, all of them are vaguely within affordable range fairly quickly. The big thing would be stone, which will continue increasing production of stone. In fact, that's probably exactly what this person should do. Make more stone. Make more quarry. Yeah, I'm going to build these out. I'm going to chop the forest down, and we're going to turn these into stone quarries, because I think that's just how much stone I'm going to want. Tempting to keep them as wood, but... Start a caravan mission to Askum. Okay, in the meantime, these probably also, again, next to the mountain, probably wants to be a quarry. Unless I need to put a wonder there, and I'm going to just build a wonder over the top. Be upgraded, become Mace Man. Heal, so you're ready to become Maceman later. Heal. So if I have you move to a place where I have all 3. 2 there, I'm not sure if I've got the 3rd one there. Here I know I have the 3. You should be able to upgrade in the area. So we'll do a move. For a long distance move. You can stay there. NJ. Oh, I think you're actively building it, so that's going to finish next turn. We'll just cross the border like that. And you can't upgrade yet, but I think that's the upgrade you're finishing. I suppose you could have actually stayed where you were, because that would have been upgraded too, but... Okay. So, I've got a lot of teching to do, so let's do archives. To work through the tech tree. Places that are finishing up, so archive into archive into archive. And then I have luxuries to distribute. You're happy and getting happier. Any places that are not happy. You're not happy, but you'll be happy in 2. If I give you another luxury, you'll be happy in 1. There we go. And you're the big grumpy one. Down to 8. That's it. So at that point, let's, if I haven't already distributed this one, last one here. Silk and ebony. Down to 4 up to the next. Okay. Okay. We went through a lot of stone, in theory, queuing up those archives, but that'll help with the research. And I'm still waiting for a city to get to legendary before I can spend it. So we've at least got to wait 5 turns before I can build any of the legendary wonders. I'm not going to build 2. Oh, I wonder if the religious Holy City wonder is considered a wonder. Probably is. In which case I should build a Christian disciple. Tutor event. XP, geared, cunning. Big and cunning. Trade mission event. Wood for, or training for wood, or orders for stone. I'll do training for wood. Sanam are used to tales of strange, unreachable lands that lie just beyond their borders. But the current rumors have even these hardy folks worried. A great nation far beyond the edges of the known world is said to be gathering its forces to raid our lands. The elders of the city beg for you to give them the funds to attempt to pay off the invaders when they arrive. Shall we accept this request, or shall we defend against the horde? Distant tribal raid. Yeah, so we'll definitely have one coming in, or I can just make the city happen. Just make the city happen. Waste of talent. Serve as a Grand Vizier. Or we can be like, no, let them clamor. They cannot be trusted. Once again, I become stressed. I often indulge in some revelry to recover. Got our BJ archers. And you're wandering down there because you'll be able to pick up the upgrade as well when you get there. Archives for the technology. You can still be tutored. You can still be tutored. So get the children young enough to be tutored, to still be tutored. We got the infantry square coming up in 5. Probably should pick up some spearmen or some pikemen at some point, because that's what's giving us. To intersperse with the spearmen and swordsmen later on. No longer stressed. Good. Feast. Stockpile the uneaten food for future hardship. Frugal. Righteous. I'm righteous. Eloquent. Debaria. And it's carpenter. That doesn't really help. Lumber mills would be useful. I do the lumber mill one. military power grows stronger yet. I will... Oh, that's actually quite expensive. 1.8 thousand. Still gonna pay it. There goes all our wood. Okay. Continue exploration. Zuma. And if we got the opportunity to do the archives for more science. Our archives have actually finished until you get a higher culture level. Let's get a Zoroastrian disciple here. Completed that caravan mission, providing us a bunch of money. That's a lot of money, but it is peace. Sure. An assignment. Order me to write this letter to you. I have little time for you, but it must be done. Yep. That's a thing. That is apparently a thing. The pasture there. Continue to expand the quarries. But in there, a good thing I didn't do anything because I had needed to do something else before it would do something. Archery range. More farms. Anyway, these are getting their farmers immediately assigned to them, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, so I think we're now... No, 2 turns. I gotta still wait 2 turns. The big thing that's going to stop us from building these is the stone cost. So you can see that's the price to buy the stone. Or in that case, partially the wood. So obviously, more stone is required. Oh, just filled up the ranges. Actually, let's step back, step back. You want to go in there because that's going to be a range when it's done. You want to go there. Oh, and you want to start probably wandering over that way to get upgraded. Okay. I have peace. I can explore the lands of Greece. More elephants done. We are going to go ahead and run up the archives for more sites. Yeah, I think we stand a pretty good chance of winning. We lead in victory points. We're trying to save up for one of the 2 remaining legendary wonders that we need for one of our ambitions. We are trying to rapidly tech up. Intelligent, cunning, or corrupt. Okay. Becomes corrupt. Not enough for a citadel. Let's do an archer range next. Zoroastrian Disciple. So I don't think I have the tech for the cathedral yet. Anyway, I don't have vaulting. 1 per city, up to 2 per family. So we've got enough cities that we wouldn't be able to run this in every city, although we could run it in the more important ones. But obviously we don't have the tech for that right now. I suppose I should be... Does every city have Zoroastrianism? Yes, 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 yes. 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 So every one of my cities has Zoroastrianism, so basically you're running around building temples and monasteries at this point. Okay, once again, archive, archive. Ooh, so we've got... Oh, I don't have the archives here, so it'd be tempting to archives. But this is the place where I have the Christian holy city. So let's try to get a Christian disciple in here. There's a chance the Christian disciple will be able to build a wonder. Church of the Holy Sepulchre. That I believe is classed as a wonder. It may not... But assuming this is classed as a wonder, it gives victory points, so I wouldn't be surprised if it isn't. Or I'd be surprised if it isn't. This will reduce our number from 7 to 6. Or remaining from 2 to 1, because it'll provide one of them. And apparently I'm doing just a good job at diplomacy. Okay. Well, if we're doing a good job at diplomacy, keep doing a good job at diplomacy. Send a trade mission. If we can officially be at peace... One of the other missions was to be at peace with everyone. I thought the Seven Wonders was cooler and more likely to be successful than peace with everyone, but maybe I'm wrong, and getting peace with everyone was going to be very plausible. Discovered infantry square. Overcome fears. Attend anonymously. Yeah, we'll go for the science one. Legendary culture achieved in Moreau. I invest in people. Sound investment. Short time ago, ambitious yet cash-strapped merchant approached you for a small loan to start a business making fine cloth. Today, she has sent word that her business has succeeded beyond her wildest dreams, and she is able to repay you with a significant bonus on top. I invest in people. Yes. Oh, that would be on top of the silver mine. It's an awkward situation where I can either overwrite a silver mine to get the double bonus on the groves. I haven't got around to building the grove there, so... Okay. The map monastery there. And then, yeah, you should probably, you know, build that grove. Or forget about it again. Oh, and everyone's now friendly. We'll just go to the neighbor. We'll ask him. It's fine. Macemen or pikemen? I don't have any pikemen, so it might make sense to turn this guy into pikeman. Let's grab one pikeman at least. Administration, coinage. Martial clue is a quest, or fiscal policy, or not martial, barding is a quest, fiscal policy, we want monetary reform. So, thing that goes towards this one is prioritized. There's coinage is going off towards fiscal policy. The other one that's being admin. I don't actually need admin. We had a way that skipped admin. That's what's going on. Unless I need it for. You're in the discard pile, so you're in the pile that can be drawn, which is the important part there. Yeah, so I don't actually need admin. It was like the prerequisite for something in here that we set as a target. Oh, it's... Oh, it would technically be a prerequisite to a prerequisite to a prerequisite that is the prerequisite to cartography. But that's why it's showing up. So yeah, I get to skip that. So it's coinage. We're doing coinage. Not necessarily because it's actually helping us towards this goal, but it's helping us towards a more secondary goal, which is monetary reform. So you're growing really fast. I'm actually tempted to say I should grab another worker here, because we don't really have growth. And partially because this wonder is putting a farmer in every farm that we put next to it. So we're going to get 5 farms off of this one wonder. Or 5 farmers off of this one wonder, and farmers provide a growth bonus. Stonecutter or Archive. Let's do Stonecutter. I'll come back and do Archive. And yeah, so because I've got a massive army, so I want a lot of orders for if war happens. But while we're at peace, I just have so many wars. Which is probably how you want it. You want to have orders when you're not using them. So that when you need to use them, you've got them. There is technically a law that you can pass that allows you to store 100 from turn to turn. So then you can run a little bit more threadbare on production, because you can sort of hoard them for when you need them. Quarry finished. Workers of one of the capital's quarries have revealed the excavated bones of a gigantic beast. Some have begun calling the creature a dragon. They claim to once walk the earth. Gain a scout, gain some orders, or I'm gonna do this option. Could tend the soldiers to protect the site from the dragons. Yeah. We're gonna send Wiseman to investigate and get some science. We'll put this away and actually figure out which tech we're going for. Again, we don't need admin, so we skip admin. We're going for scholarship here. And we put Wiseman to investigate, which gives them a turn. He becomes a tracker. Gain an archer. Acquire recurve bow. That's an item. It's not the tech. Okay. Let him become a tracker. The Yam are hosting a festival in the city to honor Alara. The family celebrating their scholars have traced their bloodline back to the legendary hero. I can accept their claims. So I lose a little legitimacy. They gain a bunch of culture. Claim the bloodline as my own. Which makes them grumpy, but I get a bunch of opinion boost with the pagan faith. Don't really need the pagan faith. We'll take the first option for the culture. Yeah, we'll go with the shrine here that provides some orders. That's the one that provides, I think, bonuses to farms. I don't remember which shrine's which. Yeah, 20. Or... No, that's not the one that provides bonuses to farms. Oh no, that's the one that provides bonuses to pastures. I have the shrine down that provides bonuses to farms. Yeah, okay. Let's run this with farms. Yeah, 20% for Jason Farms. I now have the culture to try to swing one of these wonders. Could go over the Circus Maximus. Can't afford the Pantheon. Can't afford the Hagia Sophia. 17k. Might be able to afford you if I sell off a massive load of food. I'll try. Yes. Build anywhere, as long as it's adjacent to the city center. It's not quite anywhere. It's got a little bit of pickiness to it. There's one of our 7 under construction. Go with the 5 we already got. One more, and I think the Christian disciple can build the Christian one, which, if that does count as one, will be the 7th, and we'll get the 7 wonders done. $3.7k because wood is expensive. Okay, well we're not doing that upgrade right away. Okay. Spend some orders to rally the troops. And yeah, we're out of wood, we're out of stone. The money's going up, and those stockpiles should go up relatively quickly. And we are working towards scholarship, which is adds the libraries, which is another way to get science. Tutor event. Got recognition from the seat of law. Duke becomes loyal. Humble. Sure. No legitimacy there. Orders for iron. Science for iron. Civics for iron. Do civics for iron. High water. We shall make plans for rising waters. Mutual benefit. If I had enough wood, I could get a mercenary African elephant. Okay, let's try to keep the neighbor happy by buying some of their stuff. Honor guard. Continue research. Is like, nah, neither of you are good enough. Which is what we're going with. We'll continue research. Yeah, I think this might not be classed as a wonder. I also might not be rich enough to build it right now. Different problem. Something. I've spent the treasury. Okay, so we got that building. So if that counts as a wonder, when that finishes, we'll have completed under control 7 wonders. If it doesn't, we'll know. One way or the other, at least at that point. You're not upgrading to improved archer for a while because that costs wood and I'm out of wood. Wood isn't quite as expensive as stone, but it's not that much cheaper. Got that worker complete real quick. I'm tempted to actually go for a third worker. You know, we'll go for a third worker. It'll be done in 3 turns. I'm not even rich enough to afford an archive. We were rich. And I spent it on wonders. How quickly can money go away? And the answer is real fast. Minor flood. Minor because we prepared for it, presumably. Discovered scholarship. Got that trade mission off. 2,000 something in. That's good. The Dhaka does not dictate national law. Strong culture achieved. Enlightened leaders of Dhaka have experienced a significant shift in their cultural views. After several years of intense debate, they proposed the abolishment of national slavery. And I'm just ping-ponging back and forth between the two of them. Time to ping-pong the other way. Waters rise higher yet. This time, there is no question whether floods pose a danger to Moreau. Turbulent waters overflow riverbanks across the region, while some sturdy construction and drainage systems help. The scale of the damage disruption remains unprecedented. This is a minor flood. As the waters recede, we shall build anew. Recommending architecture or portcullis. We're going to go portcullis because I think that's... The other one's the one it's recommending, honestly. Architecture, but... we want to work down to here. And yeah, architecture... Yeah, architecture works towards vaulting, which is nice. And baths are nice, but... We actually got philosophy gifted to us by an event, so... the big thing to go... The other big thing to go in there is... We already have. So, portcullis. Because we want to be able to do stirrups, into martial code, into barding, so portcullis. Easy choice. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot to repair when the flood waters recede, but till then, we're good. Sanam. You have to remember that monks provide +3 happiness, because I have enlightenment. Which I suppose makes the first monk very tempting. Also archive or science. Yeah, we'll run up the archive line. And then probably do monk into priest. Well, I suppose we can attempt to negotiate a national truce. And we will actually be at peace with everyone. Something I didn't expect to be reasonable to do back when we were choosing ambitions a while ago. Apparently I was too pessimistic. Tribal raid? Well, we're reasonably appropriate for that. It's clear Lando needs both male and female cattle. The Ascomite is right. Syrian is Zilla, and who knows better than what he sold? Ascom and Syria have asked us to mediate a contract dispute. Wealthy Ascomite bought land and cattle in Syria, with a contract written and sealed by both parties. The buyer only got male cattle. Those contract says in Gazi, some should be male and some female. The Assyrian says his Aramaic copy of the contract clearly states male cattle only. Seems there was a translation issue, and the contract says different things in different languages. If we were charming, we could be happy with both of them. Or traditional, we could get both of them to be happy. We can do neither, so we must pick one side to favor. The Assyrians actually reasonably like us, so we're gonna make them like us less. Influenced by the Queen. Good governor. Sure. Gotta make that stone, because we're gonna need it for wonders. Guess I need to build a second one. Legendary wonder. No, I want to build a second legendary wonder regardless, but... I do have enough wood so you can cross the border and upgrade. We're getting pretty close to having the world explored. Archives 3 complete. You can't do Archives 4 yet. You can work on a rancher for more orders, so do that. Apprentice Acolyte done. Although you can work up the archive line, so get the archive line in. And I suppose I should go through the cities. Make sure they all have governors. If I can hand them out. The only reason I shouldn't be handing governors out is if I need them to tutor my children. Oh, I suppose there's only one city without a governor at this point. Okay. And I don't have a governor because I have them tutoring the children. Fair enough. Portcullis will be done next turn. That'll allow me to upgrade the walls to moats, which provides happiness to the family if I've got a person in the city, or army unit in the city. Yep, there's the raid we were informed about. Discovered Portcullis. Peace response. A riderless horse delivers a short, one-worded response from Syria. Never. Well, we'll just go ahead and ask again. Then send another attempt. And 2 porcelains, tempting. But we got a quest that's run up the tech tree. And I don't really need more luxuries. Photography is probably actually... So this would be the situation where, yeah, I could probably pass on photography. That's not... That's for fiscal. Spend the Lantine sales for fiscal. Or I could go for the perfume. That's kind of the toss-up there. Perfume would complete in a turn. In which case it would be shuffle of the discard pile and we pull from the rest of the stuff. Sure. We're gonna lose the Oxus of the porcelain, but we don't take it right now. Vicious rumors. Take the gift, support either family. I just have the happiness to take both gifts and just not care. The Oligarch, the Rising Scar, Spy Master. Currently, I believe in command of an archer. I can probably let you take the Spy Master role. Okay, new worker. I think the answer is more quarries. Carthage? I might as well put you on there. Technically it's the wrong city, but or wrong faction, but Don't need to be that picky. Training bonus is a training bonus. Well, I think other than some territory in this area, I know the map. A little bit there in Greece. Forum. Actually, the moat probably makes sense to grab. Well, the moat makes sense if I needed happiness. I really don't need happiness. I don't really need metal either. Okay, grab the moat. Grab that apprentice monk. Okay, I've done... This is a position that definitely wants the moat. The research is tempting, but no, we're doing the moat. For the next wonder, we're looking... That's the Circus Maximus is the cheapest of the three. Partially just because it requires less stone. Food is cheap, stone is not. We're still looking at 30k. And I am not that rich yet. The more stone I have, the cheaper it gets, basically. On the turn, get our free porcelain and get our see your next result for techs. Oh, and look at the time. I should probably be thinking about bringing the stream to a close. We'll definitely finish up in the next one. We've got 16 victory points to go, 3 ambitions. I forgot to respond to those guys, although they've only just made it ashore, so this would be about the perfect time to respond to them. We'll respond to them before I forget here. Got our free porcelain. Gambling has led to an event. Loses my bone dice. That is not a message from the Fates. I don't know what it is. They're gone. It's impossible, of course. They'd only just rolled on the table, but after moving every piece of furniture, rearranging every item, checking every pocket, the bone dice are nowhere to be found. Well, we're no longer going to gamble, because the very first time we went gambling, we lost the dice to gamble with. Jurisprudence or cartography. Elites would allow me to keep orders between seasons up to 100. And get 2 orders per legendary. Guilds would allow me to basically any place where I have a choice to have like beginner, medium, elder, I can just skip straight to elder, which is good in its own right. Yeah, both of these are working up towards fiscal policy. Yeah, we'll go to your prudence. It's 2. Trusted. And the militia. Send the volunteers back for training. Remember, the frontiers has earned your reputation as a general of skill and defender of your people. Everywhere you pass, young people are eager to sign up to your banner, determined to be part of something magnificent. Organize an auxiliary force. Didn't even make it ashore. There. That problem's dealt with. I don't need to remember about it for next stream. Okay, we'll take Archive 4, max out that science. I have philosophy, so Forum here is also in theory providing some science. We'll grab that afterwards. I'm not sure if that's per level or if it's just one straight for having a forum. You're one of the exposed cities, so you should build the moat. Now, the happiness here doesn't boost from proving the monk. Although some of the other stuff do, so it's probably worth just going all the way up to the top here. It'll be done one turn each, so it won't take very long. And I've got 2 porcelain to distribute. Happiness level 3 still providing bonuses? Yeah. Can't give you porcelain because you already have porcelain. You have no luxuries, have a porcelain. You have no luxuries, have a porcelain. Anyway, I think this is where we'll put the part break in. We distributed the porcelain. Give you a tutor. Keep you being tutored. And yep, I think the run is going well. We got 16 more victory score to go to win by victory score alone. Our wonder, the things that we're building that provide victory points have yet to complete. So we've got the Via Recta Souk that will complete in 9 turns. I believe that's going to provide 3 victory points. Oh, it might actually provide 4. It'll probably provide 4 victory points. And then the Church of the Holy Scepter should provide 2. So that's 6 of the 16 remaining. That gets us real close. There's definitely some ways we can do to inspire developing and strong cities to very rapidly gain culture levels. So picking up 1 per city from the developing and strong, just going 1 tier higher, should be fairly easy. So victory score victory is very easy, I think, here to do. And we'll probably get it done during the next stream. Controlling 7 wonders. That, I think, is a wonder. I think this is classed as a wonder. Less sure about this one. Either way, we can always follow up with another wonder afterwards, and that should complete that ambition. This is what we're trying to run for. To be fair, we're on lengthy lifespans and on seasonal turns, so there's a decent possibility our character doesn't die. And as long as our character doesn't die, we will probably get to this tech. So then it really comes down to what is the final ambition to see if we can win ambition victory. And if basically, I think if I've got an idea of how we're going to win by the ambition victory, if we win by victory score, we're going to continue to do ambition. If we win by ambition, we're going to do victory score. Because I think we're in that state where we can probably do both. I frequently don't win by victory score, because usually I'm doing an ambition victory. And I don't have such a dominating control of the map that I do in this run. So this run went well. This run is going real well. I think we are going to win. I say, potentially jinxing myself for the future. If you're watching on YouTube, if everything goes according to plan, there will be a part up tomorrow. I can't guarantee that there will be a part up tomorrow because the plan is to record another part in 4 days. Based on recording schedule, that should be 2 days in the past from when you're watching this on YouTube. So if you can't wait till tomorrow on YouTube and you want to watch the next part, you can probably sneak over to Twitch and watch it. If it isn't on Twitch, then something has happened and there isn't going to be a part up tomorrow. There should probably be the stream already up on Twitch of effectively what the next part is you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch, let me go over the stream schedule for the next couple days. Obviously, I just said we're going to be playing this again in 4 days. But today was Old World. Tomorrow is Factorio Pteranodons. Wednesday, Shadow Empire. Thursday is Solar Expanse. Friday is going to be Old World. Then we will be back to Factorio on Saturday. And on Sunday, we'll be doing Shadow Empire. And then I don't know how Solar Expanse is going to be going, but that might be next Monday. Continuing the cycle. Although I'm pretty sure the next stream of this will be the last stream of this run, because I think this run is coming to an end one way or another. Either we're going to get the victory score and win that way and look at the ambitions and say it's not interesting to finish, or we're going to get the ambitions done and then do the victory score anyway, because that's happening. That's going to be happening relatively quickly. In fact, I could probably poke through the cities here, right? We know we're getting 6 more victory score just from completing the things we think are wonders. We're not going to get legendary up here. That's 66 turns. So 30 turns, we get a point here. 42, we get a point here. 19, we get a point here. 15, we get a point here. 91's maybe pushing it. 15, we get a point there. 20, we get a point there. 66, pretty far out, but there's also things we can do to raise culture generation. 46, 13, and then we're back around here. So, basically we're looking at a state where, like, yeah, we win in the next 70 turns. This game is not going more than 70 turns. Yeah, this game will win in 70 turns, and I don't think the other AI are going to catch up that much in 70 turns. So, granted, it's taken 2 streams to get 115, so if it's going to take 70 turns to win, it might take more than 1 stream. It probably isn't, because if we're going to go faster the closer we get to the end, right? One of the things that will end up happening is I'll probably start doing things that actually raise culture if we're looking for victory score. And once we know what the third ambition here is, right? We'll start doing things to progress that ambition, and barring that, probably working on culture and or just having the troops to defend everything. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wish everyone the best of luck and a good time. If you've got any comments you want responded to, if you're watching on Twitch, now is a good time to leave them so I can respond to them live. If you're watching later on the Twitch VOD or watching on YouTube, feel free to leave comments on YouTube. YouTube usually handles asynchronous commenting pretty well. So until next time, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck, a good time, catch you all in the next part and our stream, and bye for now.